Hello YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch. We welcome you to the live coverage of the Extreme World Racing Formula 1 Season 5, Round 15 of 22 at the Hungarian ring for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Hector's dominating performance 2 weeks ago at Mexico puts him in prime position to try to close that point lead down even more. It's a 35-point lead that Troy has over Hector, but Hector just racked that on qualifying, and Troy's on the pole. It's going to be a fun little night tonight at the Hungarian ring. Last season's season opener, Hector has some PTSD from last season's race, getting dumped out of the lead by many things. We'll see if that is not duplicated today. And Troy trying to see what he can do with 8 races remaining in the calendar. Troy will be on pole over Neil, TK, Zane, Ryan, Freddie, Adrian, Jeremy, Kyle, Colton, Jacob, Elijah, Octane, Hector, and Charles. Alright. Today's broadcast, or this race, is being recorded on a tape delay because I have 0 upload speed at the time of this recording. So here we go. Yeah, it's scripted. And here we go. It's time to bring the action, and it is lights out, and away we go. Troy gets off the line, trying to see if he can get away from Neil, trying to clear Neil. He's driving all the way to the right side of the road. Now TK trying to make it. They're going 3 wide. Neil trying to send it in. He can't get down there. TK trying to get around the outside. Everybody makes it between 1 and 2. Jeremy is not happy with what's happening back here. Almost caught, thinking around goes Jeremy. And there's still a caution sector on of the racing point. He is not happy back there. It's 2 Ferrari at the top of the running order now, and they're trying to run away with the constructor standings. How about Neil losing the spot to TK on the start? Can he get it back? Very, very understeery as we head through the final sector of the course. As we complete lap number 1, Troy has a 0.8 of a second advantage over teammate TK, and it's a 1:21.982, and already tires destroyed on the second Ferrari after 1 lap. Many things gone around. A contact with the Williams. Then we have another, and that's Kyle gone round. Everybody's having spins and fun back in the pack. So let's take a look at Hector after starting shotgun on the field, or actually second to last, as Charles started shotgun. Hector trying to close up on Jacob here. Is he going to send it on to McLaren? No, not yet. He's closing up to that gearbox though. Caution sector 2, that's a racing point around again. Jeremy is already in last and losing more time. At the completion of lap number 2, TK is down 1.2 seconds to teammate and race leader Troy. And Kyle, a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. There's a caution in sector 2. That's Zane going around. Oh, and now ran into the back. my, what a hit. And I made the point 2 weeks ago at Mexico that I was gonna think about enforcing the reset rule, and I think after that we are gonna have a reset rule moving forward. Well, it was for a completely different reason. Well, what it was at Mexico was, I think somebody spun off the track and used it to reset, to get back to the racing surface faster, and this one caused an accident. I just didn't want the advantage of a reset, but now this is an accident. This will definitely be looked at. He just didn't want to lose that much time. But a full course caution, and Jacob up to the second position. How did this happen? I'm assuming a lot of pit stops is how this happened. No, ghosting is off. Well, that's a rule. Yes. Australia. It is what it is. That's not, that's not cool what had happened. It'll be a rule moving forward, and I'll just make it right now, and I'll rephrase it, and I'll structure it in a better way following the race. But there's no more resetting. Every reset from now until the end of the season will be looked at and will receive a penalty. Yeah, that should have just been the whole wing, and not the car. But under the safety car here, Hector is our race leader. Oh, is that Octane who just went to the grass trying to warm up his tires? I don't want to hear anything after what we saw from Venti at Monza, but at least he kept it straight. Yeah, Monza, where Venti wrecked himself on the formation lap. But and Kyle has spun under caution. And the safety car is in. Wow, that was such a late safety car notification though. Like that was like the second to last corner, and we're back to racing. Hector leads Octane, Colton, Troy, and many things. Here comes Ryan on Neil. Can he get down in there? Neil gives the space barely. Ryan fights for traction on the exit. Neil will stay in sixth. And the battle for third. Troy trying to go around the outside of Colton. He'll complete the pass. Troy will miss the first apex, clips the second. Troy's on his way to try to catch Octane and not let Hector get out to a bigger margin. Of course, Troy's on a separate strategy, but trying to maximize the time on this other strategy. And TK will send it to the inside of the Williams, so get 9. Car in the grass, I think is the McLaren of Jacob. Hector will go fastest at 1:18.038. Here comes Troy on Octane, pulling out last second. He'll send, and it's the point leaders, first and second, inverse order of where they run. So yeah, to me now, I don't know why my download speed didn't suffer, but my upload speed did. But I'm just gonna assume it's up to the storm that's happening outside right now. DRS is enabled. Don't know if he could hear him, but Adrian did apologize. This is Colton on Octane. This is for the final spot on the podium right now. Very early in the race. We still have stops to go through with these drivers, but a lot can happen here. And where this battle actually ends up for position will be interesting to see. Continue on. It's really tightening up here. Many things. Neil decides to join the battle as well. A 3-second time penalty for the Williams driver, Freddie, down in the trenches. TK still trying to find a way around the McLaren driver of Adrian. He'll have the DRS in the slipstream this time down the front straightaway, though. Cannot get the better exit. Octane still holding station. And the 3-second time penalty for Neil in the thick of the battle. This is huge. Now this is something. Hector has 4 lap older tires than Troy, and the gap is staying stagnant at 2.6, 2.7 seconds. If Troy can close down. This midfield battle back here with Octane, Colton, many things. Neil really getting hot. Neil with a time penalty already on his 5-lap-old hards to everybody else's 9-lap-old mediums. And around down goes Colton. So turn number 2. Gonna try to get it righted. He will fall all the way down to the 13th position. And those already used up mediums. We'll see how long he can keep going on them. Neil sizing up many things, still can't find a way around him. TK will complete the pass on Adrian for the 8th position and is now working on his way to try to get around Zane and Ryan. Oh, Zane going off the track, and that's a 3-second time penalty. He looks like he's going to let TK by. Adrian trying to send it back to the inside of the Red Bull. He can't get down there. Run from TK on Ryan. He's gonna send it on the Haas. Can he clear up to 6th? No, with ease. Watch the crossover. Can't get there as Ryan. TK now holds station in 6th. Back up front. Oh, many things all over. That's a 3-second time penalty. Many things getting a little desperate with track limits. The lockup from many things, trying to chase down Octane. The gap up front now 2.9 seconds between Hector and Troy. And Troy with 4 lap pressure tires. Here comes the Mercedes of Neil to peek to the inside of many things. Many things locks up. Here comes Neil for 4th. They're going to be going side by side down the hill into turn number 3. Almost contact, but Neil will get cleared to the 4th position. And now Neil, how aggressive will he be trying to get around Octane? Octane a 3-second time penalty. So all 3 of these drivers have 3-second time penalties. So really now all they can race. defense from Octane trying to break the slipstream, but that will not be enough. Neil will send it on his 9-lap-old hards on Octane's 13-lap-old mediums. Neil onto the final podium position, and Octane trying to hold station in 4th. His battle with many things. This is on the same strategy as him, and this could be interesting. Many things was desperate trying to get around Octane. Now they're both sitting at 3-second time penalties. That resets this battle. Ryan on Zane for the 8th position, and Zane goes by. Ryan, I think, gives up that spot. And also, watch out for TK. He's trying to close up on many things in Octane. 3-second time penalty for Jacob in the 10th position. See how Kyle's doing in that 14th position. Many things, the lockup king going at it, trying to fend off TK. Neil holds station in 3rd over Octane 4th, many things to TK 6th. Once again, looking back up front, Hector a 3.3 second advantage on his 4-lap older tires than Troy. Freddie with another 3-second time penalty, and everybody kind of biding their time as everybody really on the edge of their tire lives, in the thick of their tire lives. The grip no longer there for many of these drivers. Oh, and the send from many things, the lockup from many things. Many things is struggling to keep that AlphaTauri planted in these apexes, and Octane's gonna head in before he gets wrecked. Many things are gonna follow suit. Basically, time penalty for Jeremy. The hards are on for Octane and many things. That battle will go to the end. Jacob on Ryan for the 7th position. And Jacob about to lose it. Went a little too hot into the chicane. Back there on that backside, of course, at turn 6 and 7 that he was on it, but on a little too much to the backside. The S is now on his way to turn 11. So who's the next driver to bite on pit stops? .5 seconds the advantage Hector has on Troy. With the strategy call, is this Troy's chance to try to outdo Hector head to head? Currently losing time the longer this goes on. Ryan, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. It was lap 2, the safety car. And the pit stops happened on lap 3. Colton and Freddie going at it for the 9th position. Hector will go another lap. Colton a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings, and everybody back here, everybody besides the top 2 and Adrian have 3-second time penalties at this point, and the second place driver Troy has fitted a fresh set of mediums, and here we go. Hector's gonna have to put on at least another compound attire. Most likely it's gonna be hards, but I can't see really anything else working. But of course Hector had the advantage. Into the pit lane, shoots Freddie and Colton. Many things out, can they move up to 9 and 10? And race leader Hector is in. We'll put on a set of hards. Neil coming down the front straightaway, he still won't be able to overtake Hector. He's gonna try, but he's not gonna be close enough. He was pushing. He's gonna go a little wide on exit. But Hector on fresh hards and Troy on fresh mediums. That gap, nearly 4 seconds, but 3.7 seconds. And now Troy has more potential to steal the fastest lap away from Hector with the softer tire. And there's a car around. That is Jacob in the 8th position going around off of turn number 5. Yeah, Troy did have fastest lap already, which is an all-important point in that battle. And there's another McLaren around. Adrian's gone around. Both McLaren boys having trouble. It goes even faster. It's Troy, a 1:17.425. Zane stays out on his 17-lap old hard. We expect him in a couple laps. Tika's going to come out all the way down in the 8th position, but on fresh softs. Now Troy closing up big time on Neil. This is going to be an important overtake. Is this lunging range? He's got the run. He's going to send it. In the room, given Neil trying to cross him over, all over the inside curve. And almost contact back here for the 7th position of caution sector 2. And that is Jacob around again in turn 5. And the gap between Troy and Hector, 3.4 seconds. Hector trying to hold on with his older, or not older, but actually fresher tires, but the harder compound, less grip at this moment. Troy has the better grip, but the tire life on the hards will be longer. Three-second time penalty for Adrian. And now only the top 2 without time penalties. Many things goes by for 7th. We are still awaiting a lot of stops, and now Zane is in. I assume he's coming in for softs. TK takes the fastest lap, and Jacob is spun in the same corner 3 laps in a row. Behind race leader Hector now, but on fresh mediums. Three seconds the advantage between the top 2. .9 seconds. TK on his fresh softs trying to find his way round Ryan. And then he's a whole pit stop back of Neil. Jacob with a 3-second time penalty to add more salt to the wound. Octane trying to hold on for his 6th position right here with 11 laps remaining at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Still awaiting a couple more stops before everything cycles through. And now, second place Troy, 3.6 seconds. He's lost a lot of time to Hector. He's catching up to the McLaren of Jacob. So Jacob will let him by and try to get some slipstream as Troy has the fastest lap. Hector goes on those hards, trying to snag that extra point. It goes from a 6-point swing to an 8-point swing tonight, if it holds the way it is. Could have been a 29-point advantage Troy has. After TK took the lap, it was in a 30-point advantage. Sorry, a 28-point advantage. Now a 27-point advantage as Troy picks up that extra point. Every point matters when trying to hold on to and when trying to chase points. And Neil, he's staying out pretty long. He might be able to snag fastest lap. There's a caution in sector 2. That's Kyle, and he's retired from the session. That is going to cause a safety car at the... Oh my goodness. And this changes everything. Neil just passed the pit entry. This is going to hurt Neil. And into the pit lane is going to come TK. Things. Octane, they're in the pit lane. Well, now what happens here? This is gonna be interesting. And Neil, a 3-second time penalty under safety car. Hector's gonna head into the pit lane. Troy's gonna stay out. And Neil's gonna come in as well. And Jeremy got lapped. My goodness. Troy was on it because Jeremy said that. I can't prove that, but what's happening here now is Hector just pitted for fresh softs and Troy stayed out. There's nobody to put in between Troy and Hector. Troy did the opposite of what Hector did, and wow. In all reality, we can't prove that Troy was trying to lap Jeremy. All I'm saying is that that's what it looked like. And Jacob's gonna come into the pit lane. He'll at least only have one lap to be. Anyway, what this also does is Neil has pitted for fresh mediums. He's now in third. Zane in fourth on 4-lap old mediums. TK fifth on fresh softs. Manythink sixth on fresh softs. Ryan seventh on relatively fresh softs. Freddie is eighth. Is on 8-lap old mediums. Octane ninth on fresh softs. Colton will be 10th on fresh softs, and Adrian pits and will come out 11th on fresh softs. I don't know if Adrian's gonna get caught back up though, but Adrian may be just hoping to avoid the carnage. Hector's having bad memories of last season's Hungarian Grand Prix. That's what's happening right here, is these late race safety cars. That is what plagued Hector and had Pillars win last season's Hungarian Grand Prix. And we will get another lap behind the safety car. And Jeremy stays out. So Jeremy looking to restart in between the two leaders. Oh, for sure. Yeah, just pit and fresh tires and... Oh, he already pitted, but... I don't know. I don't know. Oh, he just... So looks like everybody will be caught up. Everybody is caught up. We will be going green with 5 laps left in the Hungarian Grand Prix. And at the moment, take a look at the fastest lap. And that's still probably going to change because Hector and a bunch of other drivers just pitted for fresh, soft tires. Take a look at the fastest lap. Hector holds that by about 3/10 is a 1:17, 1:79, which Hector's in second right now. At the moment, Troy has 6 points on Hector, but of course, Hector's on the fresh, soft tires by 8 laps. Is he going to have the advantage enough to find a way around Troy? Troy says he'd rather be on defense than attacking, and I mean, Hector seems faster, so I guess that probably is his only chance, is to be on the fence. But with points up for grabs and drivers on fresh tires behind, the 6-point advantage Troy has right now could easily be something different in 5 laps from now. The safety car is heading in this time by. There is a lapped car in between Troy and Hector. We'll see how this all plays out. Racing, Troy has an advantage of almost a second because of the lap car, but the slipstream, we'll see what Hector can do on the fresh soft tires, and if he's not under attack from Neil. Everybody works their way by the lapped vehicle of the Racing Point, and now Neil under heavy attack from Zane. Action going on for 8th. And here comes Hector on Troy. This time I will be 4 laps left in Hungarian Grand Prix. And Troy just trying to hang on for dear life to his 6-point advantage. Here we go, front straightaway. Slipstream and DRS time. What can Troy do? Not a whole lot. There's no DRS, that's right. It's just slipstream, Bo. And heavy defense from Troy. He's got to hang on till DRS. Around the outside, Hector goes, trying to fight for traction. Troy hangs on. Oh, Hector going wide, trying to get the diamond exit. With the nice launch, up the hill we go to turn 4. Octane, a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. No DRS this lap as we come around to 3 laps to go. But the final 2 laps, Hector will have a chance with DRS. And Neil in the mix as well. Top 3 are nose to tail, separated by 9.5 tenths of a second. Troy needs to maximize the exit on the straightaway. Trying to fend off Hector. Down the straightaway, Hector with the slipstream, but Troy with the defense around the outside. Hector looks, they're going to be side by side into turn 1. Hector will clear Troy for the race lead. 3 laps to go, a little wide of the exit. Troy trying to fight back. Oh, and Ryan's gonna go round. Back up front, Troy now needs to hold on to second, or this could be detrimental to his points. DRS from Neil. Hector, a 1.6 second advantage in the fastest lap of a 1:16.206. 2 laps to go from Hungary. This battle for the 4th position. Into the final corner for the penultimate time. Hector with a 1.7 second advantage and will start the final lap of the Hungarian Grand Prix. Neil trying to find a way around Troy. Almost contact between the top 2, and Neil around the outside. Troy fighting back. Oh, the cut cutting off. Up the hill we go. Neil trying to hold on to second. And Neil driving away. But Hector will win the Hungarian Grand Prix. And Troy will actually get second over Neil due to time penalties. Zane will come home fourth. No, many things fourth over Zane fifth. TK sixth. For the Octane seventh. No, Adrian seventh over Octane eighth. Colton comes home ninth over Freddie 10th. Ryan 11th. Jeremy, Jacob, Kyle and Charles, the DNFs. And he did. He went from 14th to the win. Hector wins driver of the day. And he's got to stop trying to do last the first challenges, man. The first challenge. Hector over Troy. No, next week is Australia. Sounds like I have a lot of things to look at on that final restart. I mean, if we have 15 or less people, we will. Oh. How? Well, let's get post-race interviews in. That was something. There's a oh man, and just like the season opener last season, today's race did not disappoint. It was not short of action. We'll go ahead and we're gonna get post-race interviews going in just a moment. All right, but let's get on with it and inverse podium, I guess. Neil, talk about the penalties, man. I think that's what really kept you from getting second. So what had happened?
Yeah, one of the penalties, I was just stuck behind the guys and then trying to dodge them, and I think I was stuck behind many things, and I was like, I had fresher tires than them, and then I had to drive slower to this day on the track. So I think 1 2 times I just went over. It was just too fast. Yeah, and then the second one was just my mistake. And I was already too far back from Troy and Hector.
So,
oh my god, man! Sorry.
Do you think that second place was Well, I guess up for grabs even without that safety
Yeah,
car.
yeah.
Or
Like one of the first places I met Troy was in a Hungary lobby. So we are doing Hungary, and then I think we're almost close to similar paces. So I think I would have been able to stay with Troy. That's about it.
okay, next week Melbourne. How do you feel about Australia?
Yeah, no, it's fine, Jack. It's not the difficult ones are past now. So only better checks now.
Right on, and I think this will you'll at least get to fourth in the standings. Um,
Yeah. Excuse me.
is that your goal, or do you? I mean, I don't know when Jonathan will
I
return
would
next,
like to be higher, but
but
it's kind of hard with Hector and Troy being so consistent, and then you got Jonathan.
right, right. Um, well, right on. Congratulations
Yeah.
on your fifth place finish, and best luck to you next week at Australia.
Well, thanks, Emerson.
Right on. Let's talk to second place finisher Troy, and Troy, man, what? So you didn't have any more soft tires left? Was that the reason for not pinning on that safety car?
Well, it was one of the reasons, I guess. I was checking for my after my softs, and it said that they were already reduced, and I felt like, well, 5 laps to go. Hector's on fresh softs. He's in front of me. I'm on used softs. I have 2 warnings already on my track exceedings. So I felt that if I would have boxed, it would already be over. He would probably run away with it. I just gambled on it and tried to defend instead, since it's a quite difficult track to overtake it. But I was just a sitting duck at the main straight.
Right. Without that safety car, you were on mediums to Hector's hards. Do you think you would have had enough of an advantage to catch up and pass?
Not really, because I was looking at the delta, and it was staying pretty similar all the time while I was on the mediums and he was at the hards. Sometimes he was even gaining on me. I was managing my ERS and fuel pretty bad, just to stick with him in the first stint, and that's why I couldn't really do anything about it when we were on our second stint, or third stint if you count with safety car in the beginning, I guess. So no, I don't really think it would have made much of a difference, really.
Right. Next week we're at Australia. 7 races remaining in the season. 27 points. How do you feel about Melbourne, and what do you think of that outlook?
Uh, I don't know. I think it's quite a boring track, to be honest. It's I don't really know what to say about it. Overtaking is pretty difficult around there as well, but yeah, I don't even have anything to say about it. I don't really have any opinions about that track, honestly.
Right on. Well, congratulations on your second place finish. I know it's a little high pressure, championship racing with somebody who just seems much faster each week, but 27 points,
Worries.
it's not possible, and that's any cushion is a good cushion. So best luck to you next week at Australia, and yeah, congratulations on second.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Right on. And Hector, after last week's clean sweep, you're not gonna get a clean sweep tonight because you didn't uh make it through qualifying, so to speak. Talk about qualifying. What had happened?
I was just going for meme runs on the soft tire because I wasn't gonna do a soft hard. I was gonna do medium hard the whole time. So, yeah, there's no other explanation. I was just memeing around.
Oh, okay. So basically, last the first challenge. I know Charles started behind you, but last the first challenge. Is this just kind of your thing now? I mean,
No, not when I want it to be. No.
fair enough. So 7 win on the season and 7 races to go. Uh, oh. Do you feel?
Whoa.
Do you feel you're gonna be able to hit double digits again this season with the slate of tracks coming up?
Who knows? I'm just looking to do whatever I can.
Right on. So let's talk about the race. So you chose not to pit on the first safety car. Was that always your plan, or were you just gonna do, I guess, the opposite of Troy, or just being mired in traffic? You just wanted to get the track position.
No, that was just the plan. It was too early to pit. Even if you were on the soft tire, it was way too early to pit. So yeah, if you pitted on soft tire, or you started on soft time, you would fall onto a two-stop strategy. So even though like you could go soft hard, so yeah, it just wasn't was really the right thing to do, especially on the medium because I could go farther. So
Right on. So Troy is on mediums. You're on hards on that final pit stop before the safety car, the second safety car. How are you feeling?
repeat that. Sorry, I was looking at something.
Before that second safety car, Troy's on fresh mediums, you're on fresh hards. How are you feeling with your 3 second advantage?
I was just managing. I was just trying to see if I could get some extra ERS back just for the fastest lap, which I did get in that moment. So, yeah, just I was keeping it steady towards the end because I knew the hards would be quicker than the medium right at the end of the stint anyway, no matter what, because of the tire wear. So, yeah, they were gonna at least equal out towards the end. And even when I was on the medium and he was on what? He was on 4 lap or something like that, fresher mediums in the beginning. So. I knew the pace was even though we had I had more wear than he did. So even with the alternate tire, it was still there was still some pace deficit there.
So that final restart, you're starting behind a lapped car, and you have about a second deficit to Troy right off the restart. What's going through your mind?
Just make the best out of the soft tire, make the best out of the car you have. Just don't bin it, and yeah, just. Try to use the soft tire to your advantage because you have a massive delta now. He's on used tires and I'm on fresh tires, so they're a brand new set that I didn't use in qualifying, obviously. So yeah.
Right on. So that I think that settles this race. How do you feel about Melbourne?
Oh, that's one of my favorite tracks. I love Australia so much. It's one of my favorite tracks because of the flow.
Right on. Well, congratulations on your 7th win on the season, if I counted right at least. And actually the 7th win on the season. Best luck to you next week at Australia, and 27-point deficit. Looking very favorable for you to close up, but anything can happen. So best luck to you in that regard as well.
Thank you.
Right on. Well, that's going to conclude tonight's coverage of the Extreme World Racing League Formula 1 Season 5 Hungarian Grand Prix round 25, round 15 of 22 on the season here at Hungary. Next week, make sure you tune in February 21st at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be live with the Australian Grand Prix round 16 on the season. 7 races remaining, 27-point gap between the top 2. You're not going to want to miss it. Plus, a lot of other tight battles down on the standings. 4th place just changed hands. All of that and more will come up next week. You won't want to miss it. Next week, 21st, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, Australia. Be there. Be safe. We'll see you then.